Today it's time to cover the costumes from the game which had the most new characters added out of every Smash game. Smash for Wii U and 3DS, more commonly known as Smash 4, had 21 total newcomers between the base roster and the DLC. So we have a lot to cover in front of us, so without any hesitation, let's jump right into it. Villager was the first character announced for Smash 4, and was used to reveal the game entirely. Villager is primarily based on his Wild World and City Folk incarnations, and his alternates are unique in that they are all based on different face, hair, and clothing options that the player can take on in the game, rather than being simple color swaps. Additionally, Villager is another fighter who alternates between male and female variants. The first male alt has Villager wearing the Racer 6T. Next is a female Villager wearing the Turnip Top. Following that is the Villager wearing the blue tie-dye tee from City Folk. Then we have a Villager who wears the Rugby tee. Following that up is a darker skin tone male Villager wearing the 4-ball tee. And lastly, another dark skin tone alt for the female who is wearing the yellow Bolero. Mega Man joined Smash 4 not only as the second newcomer, but the third ever third-party fighter and the first Capcom rep in Smash history. Having a rich palette of color options in his own home series, it was very easy for the Smash team to transfer these over to the game. First up, Mega Man has a red and white color swap, which originated from items 1, 2, and 3 in Mega Man 2. For Mega Man 3 and onward, the items were repurposed as Rush, Mega Man's dog, who you can see in his Up B in Smash. The color scheme, however, has remained the same. Following that is a green and white color scheme, which is Mega Man's color when he uses Woodman's weapon from Mega Man 2, the Leaf Shield. Next is a yellow and brown color scheme, which is again from Mega Man 2. This is Mega Man's appearance when he uses Metal Man's weapon, the Metal Blade. His next appearance comes from Jewel Man's Jewel Satellite. While many also point this to the Air Shooter color scheme, the color is kind of too bright to be that. Following that is the Slash Claw color scheme, which comes from Slash Man in Mega Man 7. Next is a red and orange color, which is based on Flame Man's move, Flame Blast, from Mega Man 6. And finally, a gray and yellow alt, which is taken from Top Man's Top Spin move, from Mega Man 3. Next up, we have the flexible fighter, the Wii Fit Trainer. Like many fighters, she takes on both her female and male appearances in Smash. Both female and male are based on their Wii Fit appearances, though the female trainer has her hairstyle from Wii Fit Plus. Their green color schemes come from the actual appearances of the trainers in Wii Fit Plus and Wii Fit U. Green is also the theme of the strength training mode. Next is a pair of red alts. This represents the aerobics category of workouts. And lastly is the yellow pair, which is based on the balance games category of workouts. Now we move on to the mother of the Lumas, Rosalina. Her colors are pretty much transferred over from Peach, but they have a few minor tweaks. Her default blue is more on the green side than Peach's blue color, simply because that is Rosalina's design. Rosalina's red outfit is a reference to her Fire Flower appearance in Super Mario 3D World, though of course without the ponytail. And lastly, instead of having the all-white dress, Rosalina is given a purple dress. This could potentially be a Smash original, or it could be a reference to Lubba, Mario's aide in Super Mario Galaxy 2, who fills a similar role to Rosalina from Galaxy 1. The remaining 5 colors are pretty much all copy and pasted from Peach. With that quick one out of the way, let's now move on to Little Mac, the boxing legend from the Punch-Out series. While Little Mac had a rather interesting design as an assist trophy in Brawl, his design as a fighter comes from the Punch-Out title for the Wii, released in 2009. His first option is a yellow shirt and gloves with red and white striped shorts, which is based on his appearance in Title Defense mode in Punch-Out for the Wii. Next is a white alternate, which has a similar color scheme to Piston Hondo. Following that is a red, white, and blue color scheme, which is an appearance Little Mac takes on in the World Circuit. After that is a scheme based on the protagonist from Super Punch-Out on the Super NES. Next, we have a pink hoodie, which comes from the training montages throughout the Punch-Out series. Following that is an unusual outfit, Wireframe Mac, who matches Little Mac in every way except for, well, the obvious wireframe body. This derives from the original arcade version of Punch-Out. This version featured a wireframe fighter so that the player could better see the opponents. And lastly is another hoodie alternate, this time one for Wireframe Mac. This costume swaps the colors from the first hoodie, making the hoodie green and the gloves pink. The last 2 color options are all cel-shaded, while the first 6 are not. Next up, we have Greninja, the representative of the 6th generation of Pokemon hailing from Kalos. Greninja could potentially have alternates that relate to other Pokemon. However, I accept that Greninja could simply be one of those fighters that has mostly Smash originals. First up is a Red Alt, which has an interesting similarity to Crawdon, who, like Greninja, is a Water Dark-type Pokemon. Next is a Pink Alt, which could be based on Lickitung or Licky Licky. These are also Pokemon that have rather large tongues like Greninja. Following this is a Black Alt, which is based on Greninja's shiny form, however with some deliberate mistakes. Some of the skin in places is white rather than black, and the tongue is the incorrect color. After that is a Lavender and Green color scheme, which I can't really tie down to anything and could simply be a Smash original. Greninja's green color scheme, however, could possibly have two references. The first could be the color scheme of a Kecleon, a Pokemon known for using its long tongue. The other could be a Politoed, which is a fellow frog-like Pokemon. Next is a Gray Greninja, which again is probably just another Smash original. And lastly, a dark purple color scheme, which could potentially reference Shellder, another Pokemon with an iconic tongue. The Miis are of course simply based on the Mii creation system on the Wii, Wii U, and Switch. Each has a default appearance unique to Smash. But because there are so many potential costumes Miis can have, I'm going to save the Mii costumes as its own bonus video at the end of the series. So with that said, we next have the Goddess of Light, Palutena. Palutena was also given a redesign in her brief appearance in Brawl, and that has been the basis for her design in both Kid Icarus Uprising and the later Smash games. First up, she has a pink alternate, which resembles the color scheme of the robe that she wears in Kid Icarus on the NES. Next, we have a purple and blue color scheme, which is based on the Amazon Pandora from Kid Icarus Uprising. Her green alternate resembles her appearance in the Kid Icarus instruction manual. Palutena's blue color doesn't really have a clear-cut reference, and it could just be a Smash original. Following that is a red dress resembling Viridi, the goddess of nature. Palutena then has an alternate which is based on the color scheme of Dark Pit. And her final color option resembles Medusa's look from Kid Icarus Uprising. Next up, we have Pac-Man, and unfortunately, his color options are really quite lackluster. They change a very small amount of his overall model, keeping most of it the normal color. His overall design is based on the 3D appearance that he has in the Pac-World games, as well as other more generic 3D appearances in artwork and things like that. His first outfit is based on his in-game sprite when he's wearing the Wing Shoes power-up in Pac-Land. Next up is Yellow, which is most likely a Smash original. And following that is Black, yet another Smash original. Next we have a purple or a pink, which could be based on Pinky the Ghost. White is based on the official artwork for the Wing Shoes. Next up is Red, which could be based on Blinky the Red Ghost. And lastly is a Smash original, which gives the gloves and boots the appearance of oven mitts. Next we have Robin, who is the player avatar featured in Fire Emblem Awakening. While very customizable in their home game, Robin in Smash takes on two default forms, one for male and one for female. Robin's green outfit is based on Mark, who is the tactician in Fire Emblem The Blazing Blade. Mark is the first player customizable character in Fire Emblem history, and is the precursor to the avatar system that Robin is built on, making this a very nice reference. The first female color is a red outfit with blonde hair. In Smash 4, this costume has red hair and was a reference to Anna, a recurring character throughout Fire Emblem. But for Ultimate, it was strangely changed to have blonde hair. While this could still serve as a reference to Anna, or a reference to something else, it may simply be a Smash original. Following that is a Blue Robin, which is a reference to Chris, the avatar from Fire Emblem, New Mystery of the Emblem, Heroes of Light and Shadow. Chris is the first ever customizable avatar in the series. Next is a yellow color, which is another option that had a reference in Smash 4 that was made weaker in Ultimate. This color could be based on Brigid or Avil, who is a recurring character in Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War and Fire Emblem Thracia 776. This character is one person but goes by two names at different points in her life. Following that is a white and red robed Robin, which has a very strong connection to the Final Fantasy White Mage's appearance. And finally is an all-pink color scheme, which is based on Sarah from The Blazing Blade. Shulk also joined the battle in Smash 4, being a very anticipated character and one that many were right about predicting. Nearly all of his color swaps are based on his companions from Xenoblade Chronicles. The first outfit is based on Mecha Fiora. Second comes from Dunban. Following that is a color scheme based on Ryan, one of Shulk's childhood friends. The next outfit comes from Sharla, a medic. After that is a costume based on Melia, a mage part of the High Entia race. The last party member alt is based on Riki, a Napon that Shulk befriends. But of course his final outfit is based on the swimsuit armor set. Bowser Jr.'s alternates are all very obvious. Each of his 7 alts are the 7 Koopalings from the Mario series: Larry, Roy, Wendy, Iggy, Morton, Lemmy, and Ludwig. Each has a clown car matching their own color scheme and uses their design from the modern Mario games rather than their NES or Super NES incarnations. The final base game fighter from Smash 4 is Duck Hunt, or Duck Hunt Duo if you are in Europe. This fighter is the wildcard retro rep for the game, similar to Rob or Ice Climbers. Unlike most fighters in Smash, this fighter's colors are based on real-life animals rather than any gaming reference. The first dog is based on a Rottweiler, while the duck is based on a male Saxony duck. The second dog is based on a Border Collie, while the duck is an American black duck. Following that is a brown dog, a color which many dog breeds can be. The duck is based on a female Orpington duck. Next we have one of the 101 Dalmatians, with the duck resembling a ruddy shell duck. Next is a beagle, which is paired with a blue-headed mallard. The second to last dog is also another common fur color, while the duck is one of the 3 possible ducks from Duck Hunt. And finally is a black Labrador Retriever, with the final possible duck color from Duck Hunt. Ryu from Street Fighter became the first ever brand new fighter to be added as DLC, as everyone before him was a returning veteran. Just like his moveset, most of Ryu's colors are brought from his appearance in Street Fighter 2 Turbo. In that game, the color of your fighter is based on the button that you press when you select them. First, his gray alt is his medium punch color. His slightly off-white is his heavy punch color. Following that is a black gi, which is his light punch color. His orange gi is from his light kick input. This could also be a reference itself to Ryu Sakazaki from Art of Fighting. Next up is a blue gi, which is his medium kick color. After that is a yellow color, which is his heavy kick color. And his final color breaks the mold and comes from one of his available options from Street Fighter V. Cloud was the next DLC character to join the Smash roster, and he's also one that has some of the most disappointing color options. Like many fighters, Cloud also has 2 appearances: his default look in Final Fantasy VII, and his appearance in Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. His first alt is blue and is based on Zack Fair in his second-class soldier uniform from Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. The next color resembles the third-class uniform from Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Then Cloud has a red alt, which is based on the second-class soldier uniform in the normal Final Fantasy VII. Cloud then has an appearance from Advent Children, which occurs right after an important boss fight, where his sleeve is torn off. And Cloud's final 2 colors really don't seem to have much of a reference at all. They are just slightly different tinted versions of previous costumes. Corrin is yet another Fire Emblem avatar, similar to Chris and Robin. Unlike those avatars, however, Corrin is the main character of Fire Emblem Fates and is integral to the plot. But just like Robin, Corrin has both male and female costumes, based on the default appearance for both genders in Fates. Corrin's red outfit, like many Fire Emblem fighters, can be a reference to the enemy units in the Fire Emblem series. This could also be a reference to Arthur. The orange outfit can be a sort of inverted reference to Obero, though with orange being more dominant. Corrin's blue outfit seemingly is a Smash original, although with so many characters in Fire Emblem, there may be a reference that I simply am missing. Following that is a pink color, which could be based on the Vala Kingdom, whose people are often themed with pink sprites. Corrin's green outfit may be a reference to the ally units in Fire Emblem, or it may simply be a Smash original. Finally is a black female outfit. This is based on the Nor Noble class, which is a promotion that the player avatar has available to them. Perhaps the most surprising DLC announcement was the final DLC character, Bayonetta. Like the previous 2 fighters, Bayonetta also has 2 different styles. The first is her latest appearance from Bayonetta 2, while the second is a callback to her appearance in the first Bayonetta. Her yellow outfit may be a Smash original, but it could also potentially be based on her Daisy and Samus outfits from the Wii U versions of both Bayonetta games. The green alternate is based on an alternate color she has in Anarchy Reigns, a beat-em-up game developed by Platinum Games, who also made Bayonetta. Her red and white outfit is based on her rival Jeanne. The color change even extends to her Wicked Weaves and Gamora, making both white. Following that is a red alt, which could be a reference to Cereza, the young version of Bayonetta that she meets and works with thanks to some time travel shenanigans. Next is a white alt, which could be a reference to the white dress that she wears at the beginning of Bayonetta 2. And lastly is a blue alt, which is yet another reference to an alternate color that she has in Anarchy Reigns. But of course, I didn't forget we still have 2 Echo Fighters to cover that were introduced in Smash 4. Lucina hails from Fire Emblem Awakening. Initially disguising herself as a hero named Marth, she finally revealed her true identity as a time traveler and Chrom's future daughter. All of her colors are based on other female characters from Fire Emblem Awakening. Her green color is based on Noe, a Manakete that joins the party very early in Awakening. Her black armor with red hair is based on Shursh, a Wyvern rider. Following this is a dull red and white armor based on Cordelia, a Pegasus Knight. Next up is a red alt with green hair based on Tiki, yet another Manakete. Tiki also makes an appearance in Smash Ultimate as an assist trophy. Next is a yellow alt, which is based on Lissa, Lucina's aunt and Chrom's younger sister. The black alt comes from Tharja, a dark mage. And lastly is a purple and gray alt, which resembles Sumiya. And the final Echo that was introduced in Smash 4 is of course Dark Pit. His colors are going to be very quick because they have very few references. The first reference is Dark Pit's black and red alt. This is based on Magnus, a recurring human character in Kid Icarus Uprising. Next up is the white alt, which is meant to be the opposite of Pit's dark costume. This is meant to be Dark Pit's light costume. Lastly is a purple color scheme, which could potentially have a reference to the Eggplant Wizard or Eggplant Pit himself. The remaining 4 outfits are all Smash originals, though the yellow outfit could have been made to match Pit's outfit of the same color. And those are all of the costumes for characters that were introduced in Smash for 3DS and Wii U. Like I said, this game had the most characters added between the base roster and the DLC, so this was quite a bit to get through. But we did it, and next time we're going to be covering the Smash Ultimate Fighters, which of course aren't very many, but we will also of course be including the brand new Echo Fighters, so that will increase the number of characters that we still talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button, and if you are new, be sure to subscribe because you don't want to miss the rest of this series. Peace out, and I hope you have an awesome day.